Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome to Hush Little Lily, a point-and-click survival horror visual novel. Lily requires our help because Lily is struggling to fend off against a horrific monster within this tale. Let's start. Let's say, how would you like to be addressed as? Obviously, why is this not centered? That's okay. Mister would be absolutely fine by me. Chamber, you open your eyes. I open my eyes to save. Oh, hello, dear diary. Lily has to make sure to write in the diary often. Lily wants to record everything, from the good to the bad to the in between, however you want to look at it. And then here, dear diary, in here, Lily can change how loud and fast things will be. It's like magic. Also, this game is part of the Spooktober 3rd Annual Visual Novel Jam. There's a link down in the description below where you're able to find this game for yourselves to be able to download for yourselves. I'm not sure how many endings there are in this game. You open your eyes. The room feels just as it did before you fell asleep. Cold. Inhospitable. Rank with the stench of humidity and rust and sweat. There is barely any light to guide your way, but you've adjusted to the darkness for so long you don't really need it. Your heart is pounding excitedly, and then you hear it. Her voice. A girl is crying not too far away. Is that Lily? And a gentle breeze filters through the unlocked door. You okay there, Lily? Click icons to view interactable objects. I couldn't even get to read all of that, but apparently if we click on some of these things, we'll be able to interact with stuff. An empty food bowl. Even if it's filled, you aren't going to touch it. Yeah, you wonder what kind of foul abominations would be in that. But it was made heavy and thick, so one cannot break it down easily. It's usually tightly closed, but tonight it is open. Tonight it is unlocked. Why is that the case? You're free to go. And who are we? It's now or never. So we're both in this predicament. Okay, you can only save in certain hallways. Be sure to keep a lookout for the icon below. Okay, all I'm going to say is that these little cutscenes that keep coming and going should be interactable whether or not we proceed through the game or not, rather than the game deciding for us. So that's just a little bit of feedback here and there. So let's see. There's a door there. And there is a girl. Oh my gosh, with a ball and chain. The cell's door opens very slowly. This one feels heavier, despite you know for a fact that it is not. This room is just like the one before, but a girl is inside. A small, frail-looking little girl. Bound by the ankle by a shackle chained to the floor, she was kept so tantalizingly close to a stool standing right in front of her, with the shiny brass key to her freedom sitting on top. All just away enough from the girl, so even if she crawled and stretched her arms, she couldn't touch it. Who is there? Don't worry, Lily, I'm not going to hurt you, she asks. She probably noticed you're not the one she expects. Your breathing is much less pronounced, your presence just not terrifying compared to it. So, it as in reference to a monster. The girl stares at you, feelings mixed in her bright little eyes. Are you with the monster? No, little one. I'm trapped in here just like you are. But if we work together, we can escape this abysmal place. Leave Lily alone. Leave Lily alone. Lily wants to go back to Mommy and Daddy. She backs away from you and against the wall, her little hands quickly covering her face. It's okay. On the verge of tears, about to break down, crying some more. I know it's very hard for me to say it's okay when literally you're in a life and death situation like Lily is. Let's be approachable. I am a friend. You try to gently reassure the little girl that you're here to help, but she doesn't listen. She just keeps shaking her head at every word. She will need proof. Okay, so we will need to... A shiny brass key rests on a wooden stall. Perfect fit for a heavy lock. So we will take the key. So let's analyze the situation. Okay, so the magnifying glass highlights the areas in which we can look at. That's not important right now. Are you certain that that's not important? Right, that's not important. And Lily is here. You approach the little girl, key in hand. Her whole body trembles in fear like a trapped tiny animal. But she sees the key in your hands. Still scared but hopeful, she stares at you. She's shaking so much it's making this difficult. You have to calm her down. Seen a lullaby? Hush, little girl. Don't say a word. I'm going to get you a mockingbird. Okay, so every line the song resets. And if that mockingbird doesn't sing, or don't sing, I'm going to get you a diamond ring. As you see, the girl slowly calms down. Recognition in her eyes, she knows this song. Someone has sung it to her before. When she finally stops shivering, you carefully open the lock on her shackle and let it fall. Her ankle is bruised, just like her palms and her knees. She must have tried very hard to get the key before, but obviously she knows that it was in vain. Thank you. It's nothing. You offer her a smile, which she sheepishly returns. What's your name? Lily. What's your name, mister? Don't worry about it. Mister is good for now. She doesn't seem fully convinced by this, but nods. Maybe we should have done more exploration before freeing her. We have to get out of here fast. Alright, the monster is coming back. It said it was going to eat Lily. It said Lily has never seen Mommy and Daddy again. The girl tears up a little more. It's okay, Lily. You gently pat her back to reassure her. Exactly. You're getting out and back to them. You have to have hope. Exactly. Yeah, Lily has to stay hopeful. The girl attempts to be brave and puffs her chest, even though she still looks somewhat hesitant. You know what? If you're not hesitant in this kind of situation, then I would be more concerned. Let's get out of here together. Let's hurry. Yeah, let us do that exact thing. Okay, so let's have a look at these. Okay, I'm going to enable my mouse for this one, just because this is a point-and-click game. So, a shackle ball chained to the floor looks uncomfortable beyond belief. Lily gently rubs her ankle just by looking at it. Indeed. Now let's look up here. Lily walks over to the window, tries to reach it. It's too tall for her. It doesn't seem to be boarded up though. Well, you still got the stool there to be able to help you out. Can you lift Lily? I wonder what kind of outcome this would bring though if that is the case. So yes. You hold Lily and gently raise her up to look out the window. What do you see? Not much. It's dark. It is super late. Mommy will be very mad at Lily. Well, you have to explain to her that a monster kidnapped you, put you in prison, and then that's the reason why you didn't return home. Let's see, chamber. Nothing to look at outside. Lily. Let's get out of here together. Let's hurry. So you refer to me as Mr. Little One. Lily looks between you and the door, eagerly waiting to leave. So, about the monster. It's a terrible thing. Lily was just out picking flowers and it grabbed Lily by the neck, so maybe more or less a kidnapper of sorts. A specific kind of kidnapper, no thanks. The girl held her own throat, caressing the area. When Lily woke up, Lily was here, and the monster was looking at Lily. It is big and wide and mean, and has an ugly, ugly face. Okay, so this fits every kind of stereotypical description of somebody who would do this kind of thing. And it's always laughing at Lily. The little girl pouts. It's going to be alright. You can't reassure her that, honestly, for now. Yes, let's go quick before it comes back. Exactly, speed is of the essence here. Right, we're now out here. So let's have a look at the surroundings. So we've got door, we've got these 3 doors in front of us. So this was where I was put on hold, Lily. So there's this window. It's so high up, mister. Can you lift Lily up to see? You complied to her request. Exactly. Oh, it's covered. I know it's covered. Lily didn't get food. What do they feed you, mister? Little children's hearts growl. Horrible raisin. Well, they can't be that horrible considering that you get them. Little children's hearts. Lily grabs and looks at you and I knew this was going to get this kind of reaction. Luckily, we have a scroll wheel to reavert our decisions. Growl. Lily hates scrolls. Horrible raisin cookies. Mommy made cookies once. They didn't taste good, but Lily ate them all. Because Mommy worked hard to make them. Lily smiled, proudly puffing up her chest. Well, as long as I don't do your internals any damage, then there can't be too much of a long-term harm to that. She promised she would come back and make more for Lily soon. And then, the monster came and swept you away. Suddenly she quiets down, sniffing a bit. It's okay, Lily. It's okay. She's clearly not liking this place any better than she liked her own. You said you woke up from here, right, mister? It's so empty. At least Lily's room had a stool. Well, at least my room has a puddle in it and a dog food bowl in it. And spider webs. And what reminiscence like some kind of torture chamber here, with the shackles over here. Okay, I think it was better with the mouse enabled with these point and click adventure games, because at least you guys can see where I'm clicking. Right, let's look at... Oh, let's play hide and seek. No thanks, as soon as you open the door you can smell the fetid smell of blood in the air. It's fresh and cold, rustier than the old iron chains. The room inside has no windows or furniture, so this is definitely a place where people died. The shackles have been ripped off the walls, leaving nothing behind. Only a skeleton and the fresh scent of blood. On the wall, someone has left a message painted in bright red tomato juice. No, that's not blood, that's tomato juice. And you have a feeling you know who the sender was. You have a monster. Let's play hide and seek. This was recent. Too recent. Yeah, it's still blood red rather than like a rustic blood red. I'm kidding, it is the rustic red like. And they use way more blood than necessary, making each letter drip more and more until forming a puddle of blood on the floor underneath. Not only do they want to make the writing visible, but they also want it in fat, bold lettering as well. The girl covers her mouth to not let out a scared shriek shivering in place. You know what, little girl, if you were not terrified of this, then I would be very concerned. Sometimes you get games where you literally have people of this age, and they're like, yeah, and... But it's not really certain if it was because of the message or the yellowish skull so casually thrown in a corner of the room. I think it's an amalgamation of everything. I think it's the blood, the message itself, and the skull. I think it's everything put together. Let's see. Lee started to get overwhelmed by the terrifying message on the wall and the skull in the corner. Look away and you'll be fine. We can't really cover up what is truth, you know. The game starts. Lee had been trembling in place for this entire time. Paralysed by fear, her eyes practically glued to the wall. Stop! Are we playing a game with a monster? This is not a nice game. Lily doesn't want to play. She might break into tears again. Pat her head. Yeah, let's be gentle rather than too forceful. Your hand gently strokes the girl's head. I'll take care of you. Everything will be fine. She sniffles, looking up to your eyes and slowly regain her determination, nodding twice. Thank you, mister. And Lily is trembling, quietly begging to get out already. You know what? I think I agree. Let's get out of that place. So there is the big fat set of double doors in front of us. So we'll do that. Oh, it's locked. What should we do? Do we need to find another key? That is interesting because we didn't find anything else. Let's see. The store where the key rests is of no use. Is there anything inside this shackled wall? Nope. Nothing to look out of the window. Anything else to see of note? So we've got the hall here. So the only thing that my camera is obscuring is the name location. It's got this little map up here over by the name of the thing. I don't know how much my camera will cover up, but it definitely cover up the name itself. But you can definitely tell where we are, kind of. Let's see. We're going to save again. Door. Puddle. I wonder if there's anything that's not highlighted which we can interact. Lee doesn't like chaining things. feel like it will hurt your throat a lot. And these are so small. The little girl fills up her neck. They are made for adult wrists like mine. Don't say want to try them on, for goodness sakes, what are you trying to do, scare her? Uh-oh, Lily made a mistake, but that sounds much... It doesn't sound any better, but at least you're not suffocating. Lily's sighs of relief, but it soon fades. It still looks hurty though, yeah, but designed to keep you in place. It would be too tight to move your wrists under their steel embrace. What can we do? So we only have a room that we can, let's see. Lise takes a ton of a place, she also dislikes it on principle. Bleh. So the only other room I can think of is this room here. What about the skeleton? Look away and you'll be fine. That's not the problem we're facing here. It's like I've got nothing to garner out of this at the moment. It's like there's no place to get a key or anything like that. Anything else in here? What about these lanterns? Old wall lamps that light your way. Okay. Nothing to that. So if that's locked, then what can we do right here, right now? You kneel close to a pool of blood underneath and saw a key. You take the key, Lily gasps. Don't touch that, it's dirty. Maybe the key is important. We can't leave it behind exactly. Can't you clean it at least? Dismissively, the usual and sleeve to clean off the blood. Clean off the brass key. It's sticky, but it goes away fast. Okay. Now let's go to Lily. Okay, we should have just gone back here. Look at this puddle of water that is on the bottom left and clean it out that way. At least that way my sleeves won't be covered in blood. So I didn't even think about checking the pool of blood because I thought that would be exactly the same thing as looking at the message itself because it's all linked together in the same highlight. So that is a thing, but that is my bad. The key you found fits the lock. I think the monster wants us to be here though. There's a huge gaping hole on the right. You carefully look down the hole. It's way too deep. A fall down there would be fatal, and possibly laid with spikes at the very bottom. You squint your eyes to see further down. And then further you go. The more you go down. The more you go down. There's a monster down there, or some spike. Oh, hi. What do you look? Bloody hell! You scared us, Lily! We have to jump across this hole. Lily looks behind herself and turns to you. No, Lily can't jump over that. Lily will fall. Yeah, you're too short. Bet you never ate your veggies. Lily does. Lily eats them all. You don't have to tell me twice, mister. From the way she refused to maintain eye contact, it's easy to tell she's lying. Exactly. If you did eat them, you would be big and strong like me. I think that's called age, mister. Then you could jump over this hole. Lily crosses her arms and pouts. Let's find something to make a bridge. You know what, Lily? I agree there. Meanie. Hey, this meanie is helping you escape. So don't be too harsh on your hero, okay? But then again, we are both in this situation together. Right, odd wall lamps that light your way. Everything is interactable. Okay, so this is definitely what you would call the kitchen. The room beyond that old door was a kitchen. The bulky metallic stove was perfectly dusted off and maintained, constantly used. It might even be still a bit warm. Leah's restlessly looking around the room. Despite her mood improving so much, she's still anxious about getting out. While walking around, little Lily's feet trip on a few pebbles on her way and she falls right on her knees. What are you doing that for? The floor is cobbled, so if it hits quite harsh. She recoils in pain, quickly sitting on her behind and holding her left knee. Luckily it was just a scrape. Oh, I know. It hurts. You are quick to go to her, caressing her head to calm her down. Sing a lullaby again. The same lullaby. Surely the lullaby that we keep singing is not always going to work, but you know what? It works in this scenario, so therefore... Oh, it'll hurt more if you want, okay. Don't you weep, it'll be just fine. Indeed it will be just fine. We're here after all. The tears seem to stop. Lily likes it when you sing, mister. Lily is sorry for crying. It's okay. It looks painful. You're a very strong girl. Exactly. Yeah. It didn't hurt that much, so Lily can take it. Exactly. Right, let's save from here. Good. Right, let's have a look at our surroundings. So we've got 2 doors. Let's investigate the kitchen first. Lee gets close to the shelves, trying to find anything that could be of use. But there's no such luck. This place is clean. At least clean of anything remotely useful and interesting. What do you think the monsters cook here, mister? They cook children here. Yeah, let's do that. Is the monster really going to kill and eat Lily? No, it's not going to do that. I can't backpedal any more than one line. God damn it, that's a bad thing. So we're stuck on this, cook children's food. Damn it, I don't know why I said that. This stove looks like it is used frequently. There's a kettle on top which still has some water inside. Well, that's good. You reach for the tap and slowly open it. For a moment, nothing happens. And then the old metallic fountain starts to shake in place. A deep low growl starts escaping from its dusty tip, and it soon turns into a rusty, growling howl. Yeek! But then it spits little bursts of muddy, filthy water. What is holding the water up? The howl stops as water starts to run, cleaner and cleaner, until looking pristine and fresh. Lily smiles, excited. May Lily take a sip? You gently pick her up and help her get close to water so she can cup her hands and drink. Cold. Surprised but delightful, she takes her sweet time finally satiating her thirst. Do you want to try it, mister? It's very good. Lily loves fresh water. Sure. Why not? You lean over to take a sip. And then it's a sink, you already used it. God damn it, what about this cupboard? Oh, hello, there's something up here. Oh, what's in the middle here? Nothing, and... there's a little creepy crawly. What do you see? What do you see? There's a little creepy crawly. No matter how much she tries to jump, Lily can't reach the cabinets. There are a few teddy bears and a hot dog stand. What are you trying to promise to Lily? Really? Her eyes are now full of excitement and wonder. No, it's empty. Stop teasing Lily. The girl pouts, softly punching your leg. It's okay. Maybe the monster doesn't keep human food because it eats little children. Mommy would always tell Lily to be a good girl because the monsters will come and eat naughty children. That's not the tales I heard when I was younger. When I was younger, they would tell me about the boogeyman. If I don't go to sleep at night, the boogeyman would come out of my closet and... I don't know. I'm trying to refer to the boogeyman, the horror game. But here I am failing that part. Maybe Lily is here in the monster's house because Lily is a bad girl. I don't think you're a bad girl. You think so? Thank you, mister. But you don't even know me, mister. You already checked this place. Well, what else is left to check? Right, it's a... this entire thing here is a sink. Okay, what about Lily herself? A flower's on her face. When Lily fell, Lily's dress got dirty. Mommy's gonna be so mad. Why do you keep going on about your mommy like that? It's almost like she's some kind of antagonist in this tale. Maybe Mom wants you here. The girl starts patting herself, trying to dust her dress off. Mommy will be so angry, she'll hit me again. You can tell her that a monster kidnapped you and you were forced to be treated like this. No, Lily's sorry, Lily's so sorry. She looks like she's about to cry, but she's trying so hard not to. You kneel close to the girl and carefully help her brush the remaining dirt off. Is Lily's dress ruined forever, mister? No, it's not. Will Mommy hit Lily? This is Lily's only good dress. Don't worry, it can be washed with water and it'll be clean as new. She sighs in relief. Good, Mommy is scary when she's mad. I think all mommies are scared when they're mad. Lily doesn't want to be in trouble. You won't be. I'm sure Mommy loves you no matter what. She finally smiles. It's a beautiful dress, by the way. Your Mommy has good taste. Thank you. Lily loves this dress too. It is super special since Mommy bought it with money. not old dresses like the rest. Once you are done cleaning her, Lily twirls in place to show her little skirt off. She seems at ease once more. One day Lily will buy more dresses, but this one will always be Lily's favourite. That one will always be your favourite despite the fact that the sleeves have been torn off. It looks like the sleeves have been torn off. And the skirt doesn't look even as well at the very bottom. It looks like part of it has been ripped off. Anyways, let's look at the rest of the kit. No, not the saves. The rest of the kitchen. Let's see. The door over it. Oh my, this hall looks like it's had better days. Okay, let's look up here. 2 windows facing one another, but both are barred. Okay, what about the... Oh, this is a dead end. This entire room isn't interactable. It's a dead end. Why is there a dead end at all of this? Very, very curious. Let's see. Lily excitedly points to a very heavy, thick, completely out of place plank lying right there in the middle of the room. She's so proud of her finding, lifting her nose and smiling. Lily found a big log. This will be a great bridge. You ruffled the girl's hair. You're very sharp. You'll make a great detective. By the way, that's not called a log, it's a wooden board. Logs and boards are the same, right? They are wood. You know what? They are wood, but logs are more circular and more original, more organic. Their origin form. You shake your head. Well, Lily is still calling it a log. It's a goddamn board, and we're calling it a board, okay, Lily? But Powder Girl refused to admit her mistake and proceeded to try to move the log. Her tiny arms were not strong enough to carry it. Fearing that it might in fact crush the little girl, you hurried to take the log yourself. You are very strong, mister. Yes, I am very, very strong. Are you okay there, little one? Lily is looking around the room. Always looking around the room. Okay, so we're back. You suddenly see a shadow quickly pass by. Is that the monster? Is that Lily? I'm just kidding about Lily. Lily holds your sleeve and pulls gently. She whispers, "Is that the monster?" I don't know. Does the monster look like that at all? Does the monster look like that at all? Also, when you hide it, it should also hide the top left thing. Okay, anyways. Is that the monster? It hasn't seen us yet. Let's wait for it to pass. You nod, staring into the hall where the monster disappeared off to. Its footsteps were no longer audible, which is good. Lee sighs and you smile at her. Because sometimes when it comes to hide and seek, it's not about when the audio stops, but it's when you hear like a door sound and the footsteps going away. Because just because the footsteps stops does not mean that the monster or thing that's trying to seek her out is not in the room. It might still be in the room. Good thing we waited. Aren't you a smart cookie? Yes, detective work at its finest. The room feels cozy. It's such a nice dining room. Lily has never been in one like this before. The little girl wanders in, her footsteps become much more cautious. She seems afraid of breaking or touching anything. But that is... What are you like that for? Lily, after looking around a bit, turns to you. After getting out of the monster's house, Lily wants to invite Mr. to Lily's house, so you can meet Mommy and Daddy. What if they don't like me? They're going to like you. You are so very kind and nice, mister. Lily knows they will like you a lot. But we don't have a nice dining room. You call this a nice dining room? For goodness sakes, what does your dining room look like? It's probably got an open concept to it. What I'm trying to say is she doesn't have a dining room. We don't have a nice dining room like this one, but Lily still likes her small table at home. Sometimes it's all your parents can afford, little one. Let's see. We've got plates here. Lily lets out a soft exclamation when looking at the displayed plates. Each little piece of porcelain looks simple, fragile, and incredibly expensive. When Lily grows up, Lily wants to have a big house and buy cute things like these to show them off. The little girl turns to look at you. When Lily is a grown-up, she will invite Miss to look at Lily's cute things. Promise? I can't guarantee that, but you know what? I will always be remembered of this day when looking back. Let's see, it's a fixed window, so you're unable to open it. The glass also seems to be very sturdy. You take a closer look. And look at that, something was right outside. It stared back, its mouth smirking from side to side. Monster! The girl screams and you hold her tight in response. You take a second glance. It's an odd mask hanging on an iron bar outside the window. Sometimes the first glance or something can seem very, very scary because, well, it's a surprise. It's much of a scary thing. The girl sighs. Lily hates this place. She hates it so much. If it wasn't for this premises, though, we wouldn't be playing this game, Lily. The girl hugs you close, letting out a few sniffling sobs. Lily wants to leave. I want to leave as well. Broomstick! Lily picks up the broom and starts to sweep. Lily loves to help at home. Lily tries hard to be good so Mommy will smile more. Your Mommy must be proud of you. She smiles and nods, very proud of herself. This table. There is nothing of use on this table or under it. It's just a very sturdy piece of wood. Lily, however, is fully interested. She carefully caresses the surface with an open hand, cleaning the dust and revealing the glossy surface. It's so nice. It's not like the one we have at home. Daddy says we can't afford nice things. I'm sure, yeah, exactly. Daddy is doing his best to provide. Sometimes it's hard for adults. Or in this case, most of the time. If not all the time. Lily knows that Daddy works really hard. That's why he sleeps a lot. Yes, he's working hard for you. You know so much about Daddy. Do you know him? No, it's just called common sense, girl. I don't. Oh, Lily thought you did since he works hard and goes out often. No, it's just what adults do. Then how can you be so sure if you don't know Daddy? It's obvious because that's what daddies do when they can't buy nice things. It's just a guess. Yeah, we'll stick with the more blunt. So it happens to more people? Yes, it does. Wow. It happens to a lot of people. Right, let's go to this gap. You carefully put down the plank on the floor, making sure it stays nice and firm above the pitfall. A bridge has been made. Ta-da! We're so smart. I feel like we should have a beanbag or something on our side so that it doesn't collapse at any point. But then again, we're not exactly suspending from the air or anything like that, so I don't know why I thought of that. Right, let's save before going across this obviously scary looking bridge. Okay. A bridge stands above the pitfall. Is not exactly sturdy, but it will have to do. You easily jump over to the other side and waits for Lily to join you. She looks at the plank and the hole, hesitant. Hold my hand if it will make you feel better. Yes, thank you, mister. Lee grabs your hand and takes a first step on the bridge. She tries to be brave, keeping her eyes closed, but she squeezes your hand as she tries not to look down. Whatever you do, donkey, don't look down. What was the phrase in Shrek? I'd forgotten what the phrase was about. It's about not looking down. After a few more steps, she finally crosses over. There we go. As soon as you enter the room, the distant sobs of a woman suddenly echoing. Oh, this was sobs we heard in the beginning of the game. That sounds like a lady in trouble. Mister, do you think there are more little rooms where the monster keeps people? Anywho, we have to help her. The lights suddenly switch off and the room went dark. What? What was that? Why is it suddenly dark? Lee clenches the hem of your shirt. Are you scared? Lee hesitantly shook her head. More importantly, the lady must be in trouble. We have to help her. This feels like a trap, little one. You don't want to fall prey to the trap, do you now? Let's see, that's not where the crying is coming from. What about this? Oh, for goodness sakes. What about this room? When you open the door, the sobbing of a woman gets louder. Where is that crying coming from? The lady doesn't see any lady. It must be... Ah, it's from the audio recorder thing there from the right. That's what it is. But let's look around a little more. When you open the door, the sobbing of a woman... excuse me, I should not have had that. It's coming from this, but doesn't seem to be on a loop either. It is just that long of a recording. What? There's no lady, but the cries coming from this box is an audio recorder. You take a glance at her reaction before trying to turn it off. You instead accidentally press the wrong button. The sound somehow gets louder. Leave me alone, please. Please just leave me alone. The woman begins to scream and shriek. You monsters! The two! You finally find a button to turn the recording off. You sigh and relieve. That was nasty to hear. She sounds scared. Lily hopes she's okay. Indeed. A recorder sits on the desk. Let's not look at it any longer. Lily snatches the feather pen. Lily wants to draw. Lily is a really good artist. That's not important right now, Lily. Oh, you're right. Yeah, we're stuck in this place. There are many books on the shelves. Lily seems impressed for a moment, curiously looking around. She is clearly not interested in the contents of a book, but the various colours of their colours are more inspiring. Do you like to read? Lily doesn't know how to read since Lily can't go to school and Mummy and Daddy are too busy to teach Lily. Though Mummy reads nice stories to Lily sometimes. But you, mister? Lily bets you know how to read because you look super duper smart. Ah, thank you, Lily. But I'm not what you think I am. Or something along those lines. Right, let's look. Oh, this is the way back. Okay. I thought that... Oh, that's to... And this is... Okay, I thought the door was way backwards. Wide, heavy-looking shelves extends as far as the eye could see in this rather long room. All stacked to the top with boxes, cans, pots, and ladles. I thought this was ladies then. Many different things that one would expect to find in the kitchen. The pantry. We found the pantry. There should be food here, and Lily is obviously very excited. Lily looks around the pantry with innocent curiosity. Let's see. Let's have a look at this light first. Just an old ceiling light. You know, sometimes the most insignificant thing could come across as the most important thing. Lee starts to look through the boxes in the lower shelves. Sadly, everything she finds is disappointing. This all went bad. Daddy said things last longer than the label says, but these smell. You decide to help, checking on the shelves, but are far too up for Lily. Among everything, you fish out a little basket with some mouldy-looking bread inside. You offer it to... Oh, food! It's mouldy. She picks it up excitedly, quickly going through each piece of bread. She sorts out the good ones good enough to eat. She is tempted to take a bite immediately, but then she looks up at you. Do you want some, mister? It looks yummy. Nah, I don't like bread. Also, I think it's made of wheat as well, and I can't exactly have wheat. But you have to eat good to grow big, right? I'm already big. You're the one who needs to grow bigger and stronger. You're still a small baby. Lily's not a baby. The girl pouts, but that makes her decide to take a bite. What food do you like, mister? You can't be picky or you'll get all small and thin. Lily is nagging quite intensely at you about being a picky eater. That is very bad. Lily is looking at the shelves. What about these pots? There are 2 large cauldrons. Lily looks at you. Feeling clever. Maybe the monsters do eat normal things like soup and curry. Look at these things. They are so big. Lily wants to jump inside. No, because that's where they cook all the small children with. So they allow the monsters to eat and all that. Oh, it fits Lily. Don't go in the goddamn cauldron. Lily's looking through the shelves. Oh, okay. They both do the same kind of interaction. Okay. Let's get out of here then and let's go through this. Oh my god. The end of the hallway is pitch black enough to stop your path completely. Lily holds your hand tightly. It's dark. It's going to be fine. Exactly. Let's look at this place. Flashlight! The room looks dusty as if no one used the room in years. Suddenly you hear a creak and see one of the closet doors slowly open. You okay, Lily? Do you think this is the monster's bedroom, mister? No, the monster's... You said that the monster was big. Or ugly. Maybe both. If this truly is the monster's bed, then wouldn't the monster need like a king-size bed? I doubt it. It's too dusty and bland. Bland? Lily thinks it looks good. What's your definition of bland then? Because this place certainly is bland and full of cobwebs. The girl tilts her head. It has a closet. Lily wishes to have one. I see. What this game says is that be grateful for the things that you have in life, because there are those with far less than what we have. Like, even you watching this video... Oh my god, there's a dead mouse there. It's just... Oh, it's a... it's a rat, okay. It's just a rat. We can creak this multiple times. Let's see, is there anything else? Like, what about the top here? No, it's just the same thing. I thought it'd be a multiplicity thing, or something which has multiple points of interaction on it. Right, what about the bed? Lee jumps on top of a bed, causing a cloud of dust to rise. Goodness sakes, you're gonna cough. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. The girl coughs and he tries to fan the dust away. Lily is sleepy, but the bed is dirty. You know what, sometimes you have to make do with what you have. Okay, flashlight. Creak again. Open one drawer. What about the flashlight? Lee happily passes over to the flashlight and picks it up, showing it off to you before trying it out. It works, it still has batteries. The girl celebrates, shaking it around. Careful, if the batteries run out, we won't be able to use it. Oh, you are right. Daddy always says save everything you can. Exactly, she entrusts the flashlight to you. Yeah, we won't force it out of her. We just carefully did it like we did just there. Okay, and speaking of saving, we're gonna save here. Let's see, back. And now let's face the darkness together. Now we've got the flashlight, turn it on. You press the button. Well, isn't that just great? We found the monster. Lily gasps and quickly runs back into the room. You follow suit. You can hear heavy, slow steps through the door. Checking, waiting, prowling. You hold Lily close. She covers her mouth to not make a sound as you try to hear what's going on outside. The deep, heavy footsteps of the monster are so close to the door. I'm really liking this game so far. Then stay silent for a good moment. You look at Lily and make a gesture to hide. Hide under the desk. The door is kicked, opening violently, and the heavy steps of the monster comes in. It's taking such a leisurely step, it's breathing so heavily that it deafens every other side. It sounds excited. The monster comes to a stop in the very middle of the room and stays there, motionless, breathing, waiting. Lily whimpers, pressing her hands hard against her mouth. The creature's hand knocks slowly on the polished surface on top of where you're hiding. It knows. Ah, what a fun game. I can sense your despair. It's intoxicating. The monster still knocks on the surface, rhythmically. But I'll give you another chance to run. I will give you hope. Better make the game more fun. The knocks get harder and harder, starting to echo in the whole room. The creature chuckles before slowly walking out of the room. It slams the door on the way out. Yeah, it's only one line. You stay still until you can no longer hear the monster. After a while, Lily slowly crawls up against you, her entire body trembling. I think the bed would have been a safer option because it wouldn't have that loudness to it. This is too much. This is beyond what she can take. Lily's face turns blue as she tears up. Lily hates this. Lily hates it so much. Lily begins to bawl uncontrollably. Shh, don't cry. You'll be hurt. But the monster's going to catch and eat us. It'll be alright. There is a chance to escape, you have to hope. The girl nods, but she's still shivering, unable to calm down. Seen a lullaby again. Another little lullaby. Don't you cry now, little Lily. Everything's fine and I'll tell you why. I'm not sure how to sing this exact song. The monster isn't here no more. And what else is there? We saw it walk out the door. We heard it go out the door. Along the lines. She eventually calms down after hearing the familiar song. Your song makes Lily miss Mummy and Daddy. It makes Lily feel at home. It makes Lily calm down. And you're right, the monster is not here anymore. But then why didn't it eat us when it caught us? It probably wants to play, like a cat and a mouse. Lily doesn't like this game. Lily doesn't like hide and seek. Lily doesn't want to play anymore. You can still win the game, you just have to stay hopeful. She nods and clenches her small fists. You're right, mister. Exactly, we're right. we're always right. You both look around, and as you walk back into the hallway, every corner, every little space in case that thing is hiding somewhere. There's no one here anymore. Let's go down then. Alright, just as you enter the new hallway, the flashlight runs out of batteries. Absolutely fantastic! Oh no, what do we do now? What if we need it in the future? And there are so many doors. Are we lost? When will we get to the exit? Lily lets out a shaky sigh of frustration, clinging to your hand. You gently pat her head. It's going to be fine. Maybe the end is near. Do you promise? Are you sure? I cannot guarantee anything, as I don't know my way around here either. Lily's going to trust you. Lily just wants to see Mommy and Daddy again. They must be worried about Lily. Don't you worry, little Lily. They're not going to miss you at all. I don't know why I said that. Oh dear, we'll save here. Right, let's go to the left. Is there anything to the left? I mean, this sign here is clearly indicating that there's a left path. Maybe there's only two paths. Let's look at the right door. Ah, there's a fireplace here. Lily is impressed with the room. She takes small steps on the rug to feel the soft woven silk on her feet. It's like the rugs in the fairy tales. Lily wishes we could use it to fly away. Her little banter is interrupted by the loud thud right outside the door. She quickly shuts up, covering her mouth. You cautiously open the door to see what's happening outside. And what is out there? Hi there! The monster slams the door shut. Lily was shaken by the loud sound. What was that? It was... Yeah, let's lie. It's nothing. Her naive and innocent mind was fine with your answer. It was best not to tell her what you saw, since she would just be frightened. It's better when she's smiling happy and not making all that noise. After waiting a few minutes, you opened the door again, but the monster had left. It was now safe to go back outside. Lovely. You look at Lily when she enjoys her time by the fireplace. Her eyes are just stare intently, almost transfixed by the flames. When Lily grows up, Lily will get a fireplace too. Lily will stay by it all winter with a cute cat and all. Are you not scared? The fire will hurt you. No, fire burns you, but only if you are a dummy. You have to be very careful with it. You know what? That's very smart of you to say that, Lily. Very smart. Hamster. Lily wonders if she'll ever get to have a hamster. They are smelly creatures. But this one is very clean, right? It has toilet paper all around it. No, it's not toilet paper, it's bandages. It's an undead rodent. Wow. A merciless beastly hound, a servant of the beast, a devourer. A very dumb dog. Aw, Lily, those doggies. This one looks so fluffy. This doggy looks like a very good dog. Yes, they are. You talking to them like as if they can respond back. Right, let's look at these drawers again, and there is nothing. And what about this drawer over here? And what about this? Nothing. God damn it. Just like our hopes in life. There's nothing to them all. Right. Leah's walking around the carpet with her bare feet. It's not like she has shoes or anything. Oh, we're back down this kind of... Oh, it's another dead end. Oh gosh, what a surprise. What's with all these dead ends? Well, at least we know one way to not look. Right, let's go back out the door. Oh gosh. Was the red stuff here before? No, it wasn't. Lydia's not sure. Yeah. Oh, but we can go through the door over there. Goodness sakes. But the question is it in the room or is it in the left room? You know what? We'll go... Oh. The blood trail comes from here. By opening this door, it is clear why. Shelves after shelves of heavy-looking, bloody plastic bags rest everywhere in here. The room is quite cold. This place smells so bad. Where is it coming from? From all of those black bags. The little girl complains, covering her nose and trying not to cough and hack too loudly. This is how raw meat smells. The smell isn't that bad. You must have a broken nose, mister. dumb monster keeping weird smelly stuff. I wonder if we're like a smoker or anything like that who doesn't really have a sense of smell. Whatever was inside that bag is not there anymore, so it was here, now it's no longer here. Many bags of bleeding food, some of them smells real bad from being decomposed for too long. Do you think it's sheep inside? Lots of sheep. Lots of sheep, lots of sleep. It's not sheep. It's too long and short to be sheep. You keep checking on Lily just in case she needs anything. Lily's covering her nose with her little hands in an attempt to block the smell. Well, guess what? Some things cannot be blocked. Right, there's nothing else in here. What about the trail of blood? Okay, that's not a thing. What about the door over to our left? Okay, we need more batteries. We can look for more batteries. It's dark. Too bad the batteries on the flashlight gave up on you. Where do we find another light? Let's look at this door. Oh gosh, look at this pile of bones. This room feels colder than any other. Ashes everywhere and the pile is just littered with burnt bones. No, more bones. How many? It's alright. Don't look at them and you'll be fine. You venture forward, kicking the bones and skulls away as you go. There might be some batteries in here. Lily doesn't follow you. Lily will wait here. Alright. Lily is still shaking, standing by the door while sometimes looking at you. How do you do it, mister? Doesn't it feel icky? So many people dead. Doesn't it bother you? I'm an adult. I have to be brave. I can't be scared of little things like this. Lee stares at you, not really convinced. Just stay there while I take a look at them. Skulls, femurs, ribs and spines. So many bodies were burnt here to quicken decomposition. What else is there? There's always windows up here. A barred window, just like the rest you've seen. Right. What else is there? There's this door. You feel as though you shouldn't leave yet. Skulls, right. In the skull, you spy a big key lodged in its jaw. You take the skull and pull... Yeah, you take the skull and pull the key out. You took the key... the key. I'm sure that's a typo. And threw the skull away. This might come in handy later. She looks at you and then looks away, nodding a bit. What's wrong? Everything. Everything is wrong. Lily hates this place. I mean, I would be more scared if you say that you like this place, for goodness sakes. Right, you're still shaking. You know what? We'll get out of here. What about this door? Aha! We have this lantern on the right. This one must be the most comfortable room in here. The bed looks wide and soft. The rug on the floor gives the place a nice tinge of colour. And the desk is polished and beautiful. Hey! Okay, let's have a look around here then. It is wide and spacious, but it feels empty. No doubt about that. A double bed, the kind you see in the main room of old manors, like the ones the owners share. It's clean, better than the previous bed in the other room. This is the biggest bed Lily has ever seen. Who could sleep here? Maybe it's the monster's bed. But it is so big. Big beds are cold if we don't share them. So what you're saying is, we need a person to share a bed with. Do monsters even share beds? But the monster is already so big, so maybe it doesn't need to share. Maybe it doesn't. Lily takes the little portrait on the desk, staring at it for a while. It's a man and someone's arm. That side of the picture has been violently ripped off, but you can still tell there's someone beside. Exactly. Who is this individual and why is it violently torn off of it? Who are they? Did they used to live here? Maybe they got eaten by the monster. Poor them. The monster must have been so hungry they ate half of the picture. I think it's trying to forget something. Or trying to put something away. What about the desk itself? Exactly, let's look at the desk. And... well, hi there. Eek, an ugly mask. Since Lily's frightened, you close the drawer. Look, if I wear this mask for a certain given length of time, you will become numb to the mask itself, and therefore the scare is eliminated. So therefore, I should wear this mask, so that you are scared in some cases, but it makes you numb to the fear over time. Okay, let's look at this lantern. Lily thinks this might be useful to light the hallway. You nod and pat the girl's head. Things are going great. Lily might be getting home soon, Mommy and Daddy. Right, you take the lamp. Good, now it's a little darker in here, as you could probably tell. Oh, you'll never escape. Finally, the whole hallway is revealed. A bloody carcass rests right on the floor above it was a message. You will never escape. You see Lily covering her mouth, trying not to scream. No. It's trying to frighten you, Lily. Do not let it frighten you. Her breathing becomes heavy as she begins to panic. Sing the lullaby again, obviously. Hush, little Lily. Don't you scream. It's not as bad as it may seem. Exactly. It's just a dead body. No, don't sing anymore. Since that didn't work, you hold her close instead. Sadly, this has gotten to a point where not even singing will do much. Lily shivers in place, paralyzed by her fear. She clings to your legs. She stares at the corpse. He's dead. Is Lily going to be dead? Shh, Lily, stop it. We're getting out of this alive. Together. Lily doesn't want to die. You hug her tightly. It's going to be alright. You have to stay hopeful. Hope? You should always stay hopeful. Lily smiles at you. Exactly. You're right, mister. We won't give up until the very end. Sometimes that very end is much sooner than we need it to be. There was now a look of determination to survive in her eyes. Lily will be home soon, with Daddy and Mommy. Lily will have to hope for the best. Exactly. Now then, back to the case at hand. Let's have a look. You'll never escape. Proceed now. Exactly. You open the door for it to only lead to another hallway. There's light falling from the ceiling as if it's symbolic. Lee stares at the locked door in front of us. Do you think we're getting close to the end? There is a glimmer of hope in her eyes. Lily hated this hide-and-seek game, but now Lily is happy. Lily is going to win. I wouldn't shout if I were you. I'm in this game too. Exactly. We're all in this game. You're right, mister. We are going to win. Lily is so happy you're here. Lily doesn't know what to do without you. Well, hi, I knew it. Eek! Lily starts to scream at the sight of a monster and rush towards the end of the hallway. You quickly run after her. Let's see. Process of elimination. You'd always tilt the key to the... Right. The lock won't budge. It's coming, hurry! Well, look at that. Looks like it's got a nice little turn left. You try again, but it still doesn't work. The monster's getting close and has something in its hand. Yeah, it's a big old knife. Hello there, mister. Jam the key further inside. You try once more, but it's still stuck. Hurry, please, it's getting closer. Hi. Can I do something for you, mister? One last final attempt at the door finally unlocks. Hell yeah. You push right through and slam the door behind. It won't stop anything, though. The lights of the breaking dawn shine so brightly in this room, right atop the stairwell leading to the heavy double gates. The exit. The door was left slightly ajar, and you could see the light from the outside. Lee cries, her little legs running as fast as they can. It's over. Yes, let's go, mister. We are saved, we are saved. There we go. Lily tugs onto your shirt to pull you towards the exit, but you wouldn't budge. Her whole body jerks to a stop when she realizes you weren't moving at all. She turns to look at you. She blinks and tugs at your arm. Mister, why are you stopping? The monster's close, we have to hurry. The door is kicked open violently, a cloud of dust rising from the floor as the monster chuckles. Lily shrinks and pulls your arm again. Please, mister, this isn't funny. Please, let's go. Mister, what are you doing? Yeah, exactly, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why won't you move? Mister, why do you have a knife? Why are you pointing it at Lily? Why? Why are you smiling? No. So we're the monster. Sing a lullaby? Hush, little Lily, don't be sad. So he was working with a monster all the time, but you can't. Now that you're dead, damn it. Why did you do it? You could never win from the start. Aww. What? I aim to tear your hopes apart. That's no fun. Aww. You received a gift. Open it in the main menu. Thanks. Thanks for that. Oh gosh, hello. Completion present. Was it that? Oh gosh, so... Somehow we were the monster, but we didn't remember in some case? Or, no, we was the other person in the portrait. So, this monster tore off the portrait so that then Lily wouldn't recognize that fact. So, by looking at this, it indicates that there's only one ending in this game. And looking through the other options within the game, it didn't look like there was anywhere else which we could have gone. That, folks, is the end of Hush, Little Lily. I really liked this point-and-click survival horror visual novel. It's what you would call a false sense of hope at times with Lily, because you think that we made it to the exit, but then it wasn't that case. So what I'm thinking of throughout this game is that you play as one of the parents. Now, in this case, it could be that Lily is an adopted child in some cases. I'm not too sure, because she says that her mummy and daddy aren't going to be pleased with her if she gets home and she realises that her dress is dirty and stuff like that. So, who is exactly the parents of this little child, and why would they not keep an eye on her? Because I'm thinking that it was Lily's parents that put her in here, and then at the same time, at the very end, we were the other person in the portrait, which was referred to as either Mr., Mrs., or Mix, which I believe would be in the category of if you don't view yourself as either male or female, which is perfectly fine, by the way. You can characterize yourself as any of the genders in which is most comfortable for you. So in this case, that third option there is very, very suitable for that kind of situation at hand. But I think that we play as one of the murderers, and the one that's chasing us is the person in the portrait. So, the first half had the man, and obviously at the very end, it had like the man with the mask off. So, in that case, the mask was there this whole time because it was within drawers. So, we didn't take the dress. So we didn't take the mask, but it was our mask, I think. And in this case, it was just a setup to kill Lily, give her a false sense of hope, but then get out of here. And because we have this completion present, it means that there's only one outcome. But if there is another outcome, then please, by all means, get in touch with me so that then I'll be able to look it over. Not do another video on it, but just look it over, just see what is up. So thank you so much for watching, guys. There's a link down in the description below where you'll be able to download this game for yourselves and play it for yourselves. It is completely for free. So that is it, folks, for Hush Little Lily. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next video. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.